Last summer, I spent 30 days volunteering in Peru. This experience was incredibly enriching and made me see things in a new light. Picture this. You're with two other friends in the depths of the Amazon rainforest, and you have just met an old man who invites you into his own home. "Come on in," said Manuel, opening his sheet metal door. As we entered, we're surrounded by objects seemingly useless to the eye. Old hangers, magazines resting on an abandoned baby cot. Bike tires hanging from the ceiling. Calendars from the early 2000s scattered across the floor. He told us that this was his way to earn a living. He goes out every day and collects these items in order to later resell them in the evening, earning around 40 to 50 pesos, the equivalent of 10 euros. We walked on the dirt floor, and we passed a plastic sheet entering this long, dark corridor. But let's come back to that later. If you Google the word service, this comes up. Service, the action of helping or doing work for someone. However true, I feel like this definition is somewhat limited. It lacks something. Let's explore further. And let's walk a couple meters away from where Manuel lives. And let's go meet Sonia, a Peruvian woman from the town of San Ramon. Sonia wakes up every morning at 6 a.m. to go into the town's soup kitchen and cook for people like Manuel. She slices, cooks, bakes, and boils every single day for people like Manuel to be able to get their daily meal. She is committed to service. Let's now travel a few thousand kilometers up north into Europe, and let's meet Anna, my boss at the investment banking firm I interned at. Anna wakes up in the morning and gets to work at 9 a.m. She works on a merger deal, calls clients, crunches numbers on spreadsheets. She's committed, hardworking, demanding, but is also extremely available, helpful, mindful of the team around her, and patient, well, to an extent, at least. Anna is committed to service. Now, initially, we think that these two women are very different, which in many ways they are. I mean, they live in different continents. They speak different languages. They come from completely different socioeconomic realities. But they're united by this one characteristic. They are united by service. Simon Sinek, a prestigious TED speaker, in one of his many speeches explains the tedious, grueling tasks that people have to go through to become Navy SEALs. He talks of this Navy SEAL that was once asked, "How do you pass these tests? What kind of person passes these tests? What kind of person becomes a Navy SEAL?" He thought about it for a while. Came back with an answer. He said, "It is not the people, big muscles that want to prove their toughness. It's not the preening, leaders that delegate all work, hungry for power, and never do anything themselves. It is not the star athletes who have excelled in college but have never been tested off the pitch. No, he said, the people that pass these tests, they're sometimes skinny, fearful. The people that pass these tests are the exact same people that when they have nothing else to give, when they are battered emotionally and physically, they find the energy within themselves to lend out a helping hand. Help the person on the left and help the person on the right. The word service is ingrained in military values. Soldiers in the army are called servicemen. Extending it into the public sector, employees of the government are called public servants. They cater for the needs of their citizens. They serve their citizens. But then this question arises. How can we live our work, our art, our life to serve? We have to go beyond this idea that service is just doing work. We've seen the examples. Service is an act of kindness, involving doing something more, going the extra mile, going beyond oneself. So, let's quickly update the definition. Let's now say that service is the action of helping or doing work for someone, involving an effort to go beyond oneself. The idea worth spreading is to get away from the view that life is just a ladder to climb. My next exam, my next internship, my next promotion. And instead embrace the idea of service as going beyond oneself. Serving, obviously by liking the act that we're doing, the thing that we have to do, the thing that we have in front of us. But more importantly, to cater about the community around us and to serve the people around us. And remind ourselves that service is transcendental. It is not only limited to volunteering. It's not only limited to what Sonia does, to what I did during the summer. But instead, it is about what Anna does as well, what Manuel does, what each one of you does. It is translated to all matters of life. Manuel's corridor was long and dark, filled on both sides with unessential elements, food and wandering flies. We walked across it and entered a large dark room. We could kind of see that on one side there was an old mattress with a bedside table, and on the other, more and more of these items, objects, covered by blankets. Above us, wooden beams, metal rods, and a single light bulb sticking out from the uneven, improvised ceiling. Suddenly, Manuel told us to wait. He quickly left the room, fumbled around with something until we saw the light above us flicker, lingering unsteadily until it finally came on. Even Manuel, even Manuel, with his bizarre accumulation of objects and meticulous scavenging, serves. He's able to bring these objects back to life, give them a new purpose. We're all called to serve, to go beyond ourselves, to live a life filled with purpose, and to see reality in a new light. Thank you.